Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, October 20th. Can you believe we're already in the third week of October? Missed you last week. We were camping. We went up to Door County for the weekend, kind of for the long weekend. So we had a good time up there. Weather was beautiful. We had really good weather. A little bit of rain overnight, I think, but even that was not bad. Hi, Roseanne. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you had a wonderful birthday. This past weekend, we had a girls' getaway in Waunakee, Wisconsin, and it was fabulous. Most people got lots done. I didn't get a lot accomplished, but I had a really good time and was very relaxed, and came back and worked last night and then worked again today, just playing and designing and having fun with things. So hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. Let me know what you did. Make sure you say hi. Hi, Suzanne. Okay, I'm going to get you up over here and make sure that I can see. Okay, where are we? All right, we're going to be difficult. Give me just a minute. Okay, there we go. Now I can see who's there and make sure we're all in the middle of the screen. Hi, Judith. Thanks for joining. Roseanne had a birthday on Saturday. I know October is a very busy birthday month. There are lots and lots of friends who have birthdays this month. So it's my grandson, my youngest grandson, will turn 15 on the 30th. So it's just a crazy busy month. Got decorations, some more decorations out. These are our wood carvings that Tony has done over the years. And the one right beside the gnome, back here, I think it is. I did that one and I saw the date on it. It was like 13 years ago I did that. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, huge announcement before I start with anything else. Stampin' Up announced today that there is free shipping Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, okay, on orders of $75 or more. So get your wish lists made. I'm going to add to it tonight a little bit, okay? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my stampwithpeggy.com blog, YouTube channel, subscribe. That way you get all the notifications, you get all the fun things. I will have a tutorial for tonight's class on my blog post tomorrow. Okay, so make sure tomorrow or go on tonight and subscribe, and then you will get an email with all the information. Okay, I have 2 of the haunted house kits left, so I am going to not get rid of those, but give those away this week so that you still have a little bit of time to assemble and enjoy them before Halloween. The first lucky winner is Suzanne Gannon. So yay. Suzanne, let me know if you want me to pop this in the mail to you this week or if you want to pick it up next week at class, okay? And the second lucky winner, hi Annie, thanks for joining. And the second lucky winner is Janine Ames. So Janine, I will be popping this out in the mail to you. Okay. Again, don't forget to subscribe so that you get all the information on everything. So free shipping, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have you ordered your 12 days of crafting Christmas yet? If not, order it on Wednesday, save 11% shipping, which is $10.89. That is awesome, right? It's like, oh my goodness. And then anyone who orders the 12 days of crafting Christmas from me or my direct team members who have ordered it, I am going to do a class with the products that are in there. I'm going to do an in-person, but I will also have like a virtual type event for it so that those people can share also. I don't have a date for it yet though. I know November and December get a little crazy, and I don't know if everybody's going to open it up as soon as they get it or if some are waiting until Christmas or any of that. So it'll probably be the beginning of January as we kick off the new year, but you will have lots of fun with that. All right, and I thought I saw, I'll have to go back and look at comments again because they're scrolling past. Okay, so I can get rid of that one. Other than that, we're coming up onto, it's the 20th. We have 11 days until Halloween. So hopefully you have your Halloween cards made and some fun little treat holders. I'm going to show you one that I made for, we give little gifts at this girl's getaway. And this is the little item that I made for the girls. And it opens up here, and then inside is a little hand cream, hand lotion that's got Halloween decorations. So isn't that fun? You could put kind of almost anything, a little test tube inside there with little goodies. So that is fabulous. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and bump this down. And where'd my little thing go? All right, let's get it down close so that you can see. I gave you a little sneak peek this week, okay? This was such a fun project. We did this at Club last Wednesday, and I decided that we really should do it so everybody can see. So here's the little card they did, and then Santa slides off. It's a belly band, and when you open it up, how cute inside. You have the little Santa's elf, and then it pulls, and you can attach a gift card on each one of those little spots. So there's spots for 3 gift cards. It could also be like a little mini album. You could put pictures for grandma in there. Just all kinds of fun little things, okay? But we're going to do a different design. We're going to make this, but it's going to be a little different design. And another special treat, anyone who places an order with me on the free shipping days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, an order of $75 or more, you will get this card kit so that you can make one at home. Okay? I'll have all the supplies cut for you. It won't have stamped images. So, speaking of that, I am using the Festive Friends stamp set. You got Santa, who's bringing along the little thing of gift cards. You've got the elf. You've got this very fun snowman, a little tree, and a couple of little greetings. And then there are dies to coordinate along with it. Okay? That would almost get you to your $75 order for free shipping. Then I'm also using, for the greetings on this one, I'm using the Jolly Holly. It has a coordinating hybrid embossing folder die set, but it's got great little greetings. I'm going to use the Holly Jolly, and then inside I'm going to use Bright and Happy Wishes with the little holly berries. And this is the dies that go with it, and then there's an embossing folder. I love the double layers of rectangles in this one, so it's fun. Okay, I'm not going to give you dimensions right now on this. It will all be in the PDF that will be posted, okay? That's the set Jan just used. It was a set that I didn't think I needed, but I ended up loving it. Okay, so we have 2 score lines here so that we can have a little bit of thickness so that our waterfall can move and there's enough room to attach our gift cards. Okay, so it's 1/4 inch in between. Again, all the measurements will be in the PDF. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to build the waterfall on the inside. Okay, so I have a piece and it has score lines. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 11. Again, it's scored at 5 3/4, 6 1/2, 7 1/4, and 8. So I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that those are really crisp, because you want to make sure that it will move. Okay. All right. Then I'm trying to find all my little pieces here. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to fold it on the very top, the 5 3/4 inch score line. Then I want to take a ruler and a pencil and somebody, was it Sweet and Spooky Surprises a kit or just tutorials? It was a kit, Patty. In fact, yours is coming. Yours, for some reason, is being delivered later than everybody else's. But I checked on it today, and it is on the way to you. Okay, I think it said Thursday it's being delivered. Okay, I am marking at 1/2 inch and at 3 1/4. And I'm just putting a tiny little pencil mark, okay? I'm going to fold it on that top score line. And then I'm going to cut from the mark to the corner of this piece, okay? I'm going to turn and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to cut from the corner to the mark so that we have kind of a little tag. Then I'm going to measure across here, and I'm going to put a dot at 1 3/8, and I'm going to go up. This is where the ribbon is going to be for our pull tab or pull string. Okay, I'm using one of the little punch assortments that has a little 1/8 inch hole. So open it back up, and you can just see it through there. And we're just going to punch that little hole. Okay, and I think this is the ribbon I'm going to use, but I will do that later. Okay, then I have a piece of basic white. Again, I used the Jolly Holly stamp set, and I stamped Bright Wishes and Bright and Happy Christmas Wishes. And we're just going to adhere that in the center. Okay. Oops. All right. You want to make sure that it's up from the bottom, so it's kind of centered like we normally do our cards. I should have done green glue so I can move it a little, but that's okay. You want to make sure that it's above these little corners, okay? All right, then we're going to fold it again. I have 4 pieces that are 3 by 3 3/4, and then I have pieces of designer paper. We're going to adhere the designer papers onto each of these. And I'm going to switch over to the green glue. Okay, so I'm going to line that up. There's 1. I have 3 of these. And then you have to go, which side of the paper? This one, I chose the plaids and the checks because it was a little more Christmas to go with Santa to me than the other side that has all the fancy gold. And okay. All right, so again, we're going to do 3 of these. These are 1 inch by 3 5/8. I know I told you I wasn't going to give you the measurements, right? Okay. These are the pieces that the gift cards are going to go on. And then I've got 1 more piece we're going to attach onto here. This one is a full piece. So it is 2 7/8 by 3 5/8. All right. Then we're going to start with the 1 inch pieces and this panel. This bottom panel is 3 by 3 3/4. So we are going to take 1. I love this checked paper. It is Traditions of Christmas, which unfortunately is on back order at the moment, but it will be coming back in. Okay, now we're going to glue this. It's going to cover this whole piece, okay? So you're going to line it up with the bottom and the sides. The top should come up to that first score line. Then we're going to put adhesive only on this 3/4 inch section in the middle here. Okay, So we're going to go ahead and put our glue on there. We're going to use another of the 1-inch pieces, and we're going to attach that. Again, lining up the sides and the score line. And now they're going to stack on top of each other. Then we're going to do one more. And we're going to put that, same thing, line up your sides, put the top right at the score line. And then the full one we're going to put on here. We're going to decorate that. But again, all we're going to do is this top 3/4 of an inch. Do not glue it onto here. That's where our gift card is going to go. Okay. So again, only that top 3/4 inch panel. And line it up with the sides and at the top. That is how simple your waterfall is. Okay. Now, for the inside of the card, I've got a piece of basic white that's 4x6. This is going to be on here, but it doesn't get, the whole thing doesn't get attached. Okay, we're starting with a piece of old olive to coordinate, and what's going to happen, it's going to get adhered to this bottom first one that we did on the back side of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to put my glue on here. Stay away from the very edge, so you want to leave a strong 1/4 of an inch without adhesive on it. Okay, then it's going to be, again, the very bottom one, the inside. And so it's going to go on like that. Yay, Teresa, I'm glad you like it. Okay, now you're going to fold it back again. So you're going to fold your card on that top score line. Do not glue it down, okay? Do not glue it down. You're going to lay it on there. You're going to center it. You're going to flip it all over. Then you're going to adhere these flaps to the back side of the basic white. So we're going to stick that down. And then before I get it completely stuck down, I'm just kind of making sure that everything's still lined up. My card isn't going crooked. Okay, I think we're good. And then go ahead and stick that to the back side of that basic white. Okay, before we attach it in the card, you can test it and just go, look at how cool that is. That's it. Okay, now we're going to put adhesive on the back of this over the tabs. Okay, and then we're going to adhere that inside our card, centering it in that middle section, top and bottom, and make sure it's sticking down really well. Oh, Margie, it really is. It looks so much harder than what it is. Okay, now I'm going to pull this, and again, yay. Now, what I realized is I did 2 of the little holly berries. We're going to glue those down on each side just to decorate that a little bit more, okay? But you do want to make sure that you have good adhesive on these because you don't want anything getting caught on them. As you're pushing it in and out there, you want to make sure that it's stuck down flat. So no mini glue dots, no dimensionals. Sharon loved this project so much at club the other night. She made 5 of them this weekend at our girls' getaway. Okay, then we're going to test it again. All right, that's going to be good. Now I'm going to take my piece of ribbon, and I think I'm going to use, and it's a little bit thicker, the Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. And I'm folding it in half, and then I'm just going to, I tucked it from the top to the bottom, and then we're just going to poke the ribbon through here. And it's showing so well on screen, right, as I'm sliding all over. Then you have to very gently pull on the ends and pull them separately, kind of help coax it along a little bit. You know what else would be really cute on this one? I don't know if I have any. The red and white twine. Let me go check once and see if I have any of that left from last year. Of course I don't. But that would be very cute, is that red and white twine. Okay, so I need to work on that a little bit, but you don't need to watch me continue to do that. Okay, and so there. All right, now we are going to, here's where I have to, we're going to do the outside of it first. So this time, last time I stamped the outside of it with the little starburst, snowflake burst. This time we're going to use this designer paper on it. Okay, so I'm just going to add some glue. And anyone who does earn the free card kit from me, your designer papers may be assorted different colors than what I'm using tonight. But it will still be beautiful no matter what. Again, if you don't have the Festive Friends Bundle, number 1, put it on your list and order it on Wednesday. Otherwise, you can, of course, switch it out and use any other stamp set that you like. I just thought this little guy was cute. Okay, now we have a belly band to go around it, but I think I'm going to stamp those little starbursts all over it. I know, right? Actually, and if you guys have seen, it's been all over Pinterest, Facebook, this Waterfall Christmas card. And one of the girls I used to work with sent a message and said, does anybody know how to make this? And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's been so long since I did one. All right, you know what? I don't think I'm going to need the starbursts on that. I think it's going to be good this way. So that's what I decided for club Wednesday night. So then, yeah, I had to go back to some old ones and look again at how to make those because I didn't remember. Okay, so we're going to put Santa on the front here. I stamped the Holly and Jolly in Memento. And then in the Festive Friends is this kind of funky tree. And then, yay, Jackie. All right, and then I am going to, and I'm trying to decide if I want just one tree or if I want 2 trees. What do you guys think? 1 tree or 2 trees? I'm going to leave that set for a minute, and you guys give me your responses. Right now, I'm going to take this banner. This is branching out. Again, if you don't have this die set, add that to your shopping list for Wednesday because it is a must-have. All right, I'm going to put glue on there so that I can attach it, and it's going to be about the center. Okay, Judith says 1, Annette says 2. 2, 2, 1. We're kind of all over the place. All right, and then I'm going to attach this one over this. I like to sandwich mine, and I want to loosen it just a little bit. Okay. And remember, you don't want to glue the whole thing down because you want this to be able to slide. Okay. All right, then we're going to go ahead and attach this onto here. And I'm going to do this down flat. Okay, it's sounding like quite a few twos. But I think I might stamp some of those little starbursts on this one also, on the outside of that, on the white part. Okay, so there's our belly band. We just have to decide for sure. And where's my dimensionals? Okay, Santa is, okay, he's got a solid. There is no line for a belt. I saw some people colored this bottom part black for a belt, but then it doesn't look like he has pants or he doesn't have feet. So I ended up this time, I colored the whole thing red. Then I took the black Stampin' Blend and I colored across it for a belt. And then I cut a very small, it's 1/8 inch by 1/4 of an inch, piece of silver foil. And of course I didn't bring over my pick tool. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue, come on this. And I'm going to put it right across the center for his belt buckle. And then it looks like his top has a belt. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take Wink of Stella and I'm going to add glitter sparkles to the fur on his jacket, the fur on his hat, and the little knob on his hat. Okay. All right. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of there. And then I have to decide if I'm doing 1 or 2. All right, you know what? I know most of you voted 2, but I think I'm kind of with those who voted 1. But I am going to pull in Real Red and the Snowflake Sparkle, and I'm going to add a few of those right around the edge. I don't want too many this time, but that will help fill in a little bit of space. All right, you know what? I'm going to get this one glued down. All right, are you liking it so far? Who's going to give it a try? I hope all of you. I really hope all of you. Okay. And he's going to go like that. So I think I want one more little piece there. And I think I want one little bit there. Okay, I think that'll work. What do you guys think? And that's what I thought. With 1, there's a little too much white space, but with 2, I don't know, it just, for me, it just looked a little weird. Okay, then let's pop Santa up. Roseanne needs to make at least 5 of them. Okay, so who's going to earn kits? How's that? Okay, now we're going to go ahead and adhere this onto the front. And just think, I mean, you really can do almost anything. You could use some of the Peaceful Gardens designer paper and make some blue with snowflakes. And again, this works for birthdays. It works for just pretty much any holiday. You could whip one up for Halloween over the next 2 weeks and tuck in a couple of little $5 Halloween gift cards. 2 trees if they're on the same side. Okay. See, and I thought about that too, but I just wasn't getting. I'll try that next time. Okay. All right, how cute. Now, that's going to come off. We're going to open it back up. Now we need to decorate up here. And I've got a circle, and I've got the little elf inside. And let's see, I need to get, excuse me. What do you mean you have no friends to give gifts to anymore? Shame on you. Okay, now, snowflakes inside, or, oh, we need to add some Wink of Stella to the little knob on his hat. Okay, some little sparkles inside or some little candies. I think we're gonna do candies. Okay, so we're gonna put, no, I did not put dimensionals on him because I did not want to add any more bulk to it. Okay, yay, Roseanne, I'm glad you like it. Okay, so we're just going to adhere him in there, and then we're going to adhere this to there. Again, I'm not adding any dimensionals to this inside one because I don't want to add any more bulk. The gift cards will take up enough space. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to give him some little candy canes to play with. All right, there's that. Let's put Santa back on. And how about some little peppermint snowflakes? There. Ta-da! Okay, so it slides off. It opens up. And then your gift card, and you can just use glue dots and attach it onto there. And then it pulls open, then you have another one, and then you have another one. So you could put 3 little gift cards. I mean, you could get little $5. A McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Culver's, 3 Culver's, 3 Starbucks, just movie theater, all kinds of, wherever your favorite or your people's favorites are. Yay, Chris, I'm so glad. So there is your fun class for this week, right? Oh, that would be really cute too, Suzanne. Some lottery scratch-offs inside there, some little pull tabs. Again, everything would have to be this size to fit. Now, again, with the thickness, the envelope, kind of a specialty envelope, but to me, this one's a little bit more. You could actually put it into a gift bag. If you put it in a regular envelope to mail, it has to be a bigger one, but it may get smashed a little bit that way too. So kind of in a padded one would be better. But there are 2 awesome versions using completely different color scheme and kind of techniques as we go, right? Okay, there you have it. Again, I will have a PDF posted on my stampwithpeggy.com blog. That'll be tomorrow. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you get the notification. And if a reminder, if you place an order Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of $75 or more, you will get, and I will use designer paper. Again, it may be different pairings, I guess is what I want to say. But it will be the designer paper version on the front instead of stamping all over it. Okay? So everybody have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.